Hello guys, before I start today's episode, I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of our sponsors. The first one being Guerrilla Graphics Design Agency. If you want to plan your next video or project, these are the guys that can provide you with a clean and fresh looking product. Having personally collaborated with them several times, I can say from experience they know their shit, and working with them has been worth every fucking penny. These guys, they helped me on a Tinder project. I've had their CEO, Jaden, on the podcast several times. Really, I think I just saw him doing some photo shoots and stuff recently. So they're constantly working. So yeah, you definitely want to hit these guys up. They have everything you can ask for with professional equipment and a stellar end product from top to bottom. Head over to GuerrillaGraphics.com for all your design needs today. That's GuerrillaGraphics.com. I want to mention one more sponsor of the show, which is Stutterbox Productions. If you're looking for a solid team of people to get you started with your next gig or event, this is the company to contact. They're actually bringing back Field Trip September 16th and 17th of this year and have plenty more shows lined up. You might even see me there. And these guys, they do everything. They do the Hip Hop Showcase, constantly doing shows. These are the guys to hit up. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Stutterbox Productions' Facebook page for all of your needs today. One more thing before the episode. I want to give a plug for our guest's hot new project, Rarity by Rare Doozy. This has heavy collabs across the board, and it's truly one of the best and most concise albums I've heard out of Des Moines. It might even be album of the year so far. Here's a quick snippet from his song, Pray, out on all platforms.
Hunters becoming hunted, predators becoming prey, turning nothing into something, type of shit to make my day. Rarity of its kind, this shit is for the people. How I slide up on a beat is really sorta kinda lethal. I've been saying I was gonna blow you motherfuckers, got the preview. You gotta go, don't be acting like I need you now.
What's up, everybody? You're watching / listening to the McAllister Hours. I'm your host, Cole McAllister. We're joined today by returning guest, Rare Doozy, off his hot new album, Rarity. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Living life.
Yeah, living life, killing it. I'll just say right off the bat, your fucking project, I fucking love it, man. I was jamming it to today on the way to my appointments and lunch and all that. You really capture what I've wanted from the Des Moines scene for a long time, which is heavy collaborations.
Oh yeah.
Like every track, you can tell that you got other local people that are on it, on top of it. What was the process for bringing all this together? Because it's quite a challenge to just in the little bit of rap I've done, I can even testament that how challenging it is to really get all these different people coordinated on this stuff. Like, how did you manage to do that?
I think, the original idea of the project came from how I feel like I can switch up styles and hop on different types of songs and adjust to stuff, really. And so I wanted to bring on some random people who I've never collaborated with on songs or stuff like that. And I feel like the people who I had hop on there, they're really good friends to me. So I'm just they were cool with it when I brought up the whole concept of the album, and then I presented songs to each person, this is what we're gonna work on, and I think it was just immediate, they were down for it. I don't know. I feel like they believed in it. So I appreciate everybody who hopped on there.
Yeah. So what was the concept then in your words? What would you say?
Yeah. So Rarity. I don't know if you've seen originally it's called Rarity. The whole name is Rarity of Its Kind. I just shortened it to Rarity.
Okay.
But it's if you've seen the album cover, I had that made by my guy Eric Bishop in Canada. Actually.
Yeah, iconic, by the way. I love it,
bro. He's crazy with it, man. So there's a guy in a hazmat suit, big giant. Then there's a water-looking figure, but it looks like a human. And then if you look, there's grass growing under the human figure, whatever, and it's dead everywhere else. So it's the person, the giant seeing something it's never seen before. So that's a rarity. And it's like I said, it's more about me challenging myself to jump out of my comfort zone and hop onto different songs I would normally do, and that was the whole concept of the album. That was pretty much it, man.
That's fucking awesome. So what would you say is like your inspiration, like in terms of like what kind of artists were you listening to around that time? Because like I picked up a lot of like East Coast vibes, kind of a combination of like East Coast and like more so like the Juice WRLD type of like, you know, sing-songy, trappy.
Yeah, so there was like some mainstream. I mean, I'm constantly listening to like, I listen to like J. Cole and Kendrick and people like that.
Yeah, that new album, by the way. Whew.
Oh man,
that's gonna be awesome.
Man, I'm excited.
Sorry,
yeah,
continue.
no, it's fine. We need to shout that out. But no, definitely. I feel like then again, I was like around like those people who hopped on the album as well. So like, not only was it my only influences, but I feel like their influences, and I'm seeing them do their thing. So I'm like hearing them constantly, like Loco Buki, who does his like he does autotune a lot and stuff like that. That's where you pull like the Juice and like the Uzi, all them. Like it's, and I felt like he just has like a good voice for like to make certain things come together. Like the pitches that he can do with that, and like how his mixing and all that is top tier. So yeah, but yeah, I think it was a little bit of everybody's influences that went into it. I really do. I don't feel like it was just mine alone. So yeah,
I could sense the Loco. I could sense the Dirt Lord. Yeah. A lot of good collabs, man. You really, and it's, you know, it's like I was saying before, repeating myself, but like I feel like that is kind of the struggle with a lot of artists in Iowa and Des Moines especially, is like people are really individualists. You know, like they really have their vision, and like that's it for them, and that's fine. I'm not even trashing that, but like it's nice to see someone like really realize the potential of Des Moines, because like, I mean, seriously, if you guys haven't listened to this, go check this out. Rarity by Rare Doozy. Like, it really is like a solid banger, like from beginning to end. Every track is like you're fucking bumping with it, and then you throw you throw in the little interludes with the voicemails, and that gives it kind of that like gritty hip hop vibe that I always like. You know, yeah, man, you really killed it.
I appreciate that.
So good job.
No, yeah, I'm proud. That was actually my first album ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Had you done mixtapes or anything previously?
I've just been dropping singles.
Wow.
Yeah,
so I know you
want to be big, like bigger.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and it looks like you've been killing it on like iTunes and Spotify. I think you've already hit a K on listens, right?
Apple Music, I hit 1.5.
Damn.
I dropped that April 15th. So yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's doing pretty good, man. I got a lot of support, man. Minneapolis, actually. Minneapolis is like my top listeners right now.
Damn. But, have you done shows out there? Or?
Never.
Damn, that's
awesome. I don't know who's plugging me in over there, but thank you.
That's legit, man. You know, that's kind of the weird thing about the internet, putting your music out there in that format, is like, and I feel like I've had a lot of pull in Omaha.
Yeah.
Just kind of odd, like, not like my pull's anything compared to yours, but music wise, but yeah, man, it's really fucking awesome to see what you're doing. Yeah. You were also talking, you're doing like you've been doing a lot of performances. I just saw you perform, I think like 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. Probably one of the last showcases I was at.
The showcase, yeah.
Yeah. And you're still doing those pretty consistently, or?
No, I haven't done a showcase in a while.
Okay.
But
yeah, they're rotating through a lot of people right now.
But they have a Lolo. He's doing real good at trying to open up the door for new people.
Yeah.
And like it's a lot of those people. It's their first performance. So like I'm cool with sidelining it, man. Like I'm doing shows at Lefties and stuff. So exactly. And but I don't know if Lolo's talked about this yet, but he's doing a showcase that I'm gonna be on coming up. It's a big showcase, so
okay,
in July.
Fuck yeah. I'll be tuning for that.
Oh man,
yeah. I just switched jobs and I finally have nights and weekends off.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna be pulling out.
Ooh, that shows,
out, see you guys more.
Shows galore.
Fuck yeah. But you, I think you were just recent. What was it? Was it Omaha or where were you guys just at?
Me and Dirt Lord.
Yeah, that was really cool
Omaha
to see.
Ticket,
Yeah. So how many shows would you say you've done in the last I don't know, since like the beginning of the year? Because you've done quite a few just in that.
Oh man, at least what is it? It's like it's May now. Probably it's probably close to 20. I'm not gonna lie, it might be 20 something.
Damn,
close to 20 or 20 something.
Yeah,
I save all my flyers though, and I plan on like doing like canvas things in my room with the
that's
flyers.
awesome.
So
That's awesome. So that's basically like a show weekend at least, probably, right? Ish?
Sometimes it's like one weekend and the next weekend. I really try not to do the. I don't want to do every weekend because like you like want to let it build up again and then like oh yay, but
I see.
I mean, just I'm lucky that people still show out even if it's the next weekend. Like people still come to the shows. So
Yeah, well, and that's another thing that really I think puts you at a certain standard, above other rappers is like you really bring it live. Like I think there are a lot of people who sound better behind the mic, and then when it comes to live, maybe they fall short, myself included. But like you really do bring it every time. Like I appreciate the artists that like when you hear them on a record, like when you go see it live, you're expecting it not only to be the quality of the record, but beyond the quality of the record, and you come through with that, man.
People paying to get in your show, man.
Exactly.
The show that you're on, you gotta give it to them, man.
Fuck
you
yeah.
gotta be exhausted at the end of the night.
Yeah. I bet you are, man.
It beats me up, man, every time.
So when you're at the show, are you do you really mingle with everyone? Or you kind of hang out by yourself, like kind of mentally prepare? What's
I'm
your
social,
vibe?
Man. I'm a social person, man.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I talk to the people I know first, but then like you'll have a couple people coming up that like you don't know. So I meet new people, and then that's like before I even go on, and then after I get off, then a lot of people have conversations with me. You get your compliments and whatever.
Yeah. That's always the part I struggle with when I'm rapping is like like mingling, because like I'm very like in my zone. I like to go up and perform, and then I kind of like to leave after. Like I don't know, I don't remember who it was, but I saw somebody post on Facebook like the motherfucker who performs and leaves. We take note. I'm like, God damn it.
Man, are you just like focused on your performance or what?
Yeah, it's a combination of that, and like I'm just also a very, socially anxious, awkward person.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think just like, doing the podcast for 2 years, I've, said plenty of things that upset people. So, and not like I'm like afraid of them or anything, but like when
avoiding conflict.
What was it?
Avoiding conflict.
Exactly. Well, and I can go into a place and kind of feel out, and I'm not even saying that like I get like a vibe that everybody is like, oh fuck Coleman, but
Look who's here.
exactly. But if there's enough people that are, on that vibe, then I just like, all right, like I'm gonna go home and do my own thing. I'm here to, I'm here to give my art, and that's just how I look at it. But with this podcast, I'm planning on doing a lot more like, kind of like more on the sidelines for the hip hop showcases. Like, I think the next one, I've been talking to Lo, I think we're going to be doing like an interview type style thing, for the people performing beforehand. Just do like
cool.
a quick, like 5-10 minutes.
That'd be cool.
Each person or whatever. So I'm going to be, I still want to be involved.
You're going to do like a video prior to the show?
Yeah.
Get to know the artist? That's cool. No,
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
Exactly. And, we were talking about this on the last podcast we just did with Run It Back Joe. Like, it's important to be able to realize your talents and utilize what actually works. Mm-hmm. And for me personally, the podcast has just worked out a lot better for me than my rapping. So it just makes more sense for me to focus on that.
You're solid on your podcast.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You ask good questions, I feel. Like, it's like, you ask questions that make people want to answer, like, with a good, elaborate answer,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then sound, everything. That goes in a podcast as well, like, how you sound talking, I feel like you present yourself well through the mic, so.
Thank you. I appreciate that. People have always told me I have, like, a radio podcast.
You do.
voice.
Yeah, you do, yeah. I could hear it. Like, it sounds like something my girl would watch an hour YouTube video on about like murder mysteries and whatever. Like Do
you think you girls watch me podcasts? Does that make you jealous?
She's late night rolled over in the bed. Late night, just
I love this Coleman voice.
That's funny, man. Bro, she's sneak watching the podcast, man.
She's watching
I'm
right
gonna
now,
talk to her about that.
like fuck this guy.
What the fuck, man?
Speaking of asking questions, let's deviate a little bit. Let me ask you this: what do you think about the whole Elon Musk acquiring Twitter? Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? What was that?
It was a power move.
Okay, like
it was like
way?
it was just kind of like I mean, it's Elon Musk. Like he's a straight businessman. That was just literally a power. I don't really feel like it was like a. I don't feel like it was like a what's it called? Like, I don't know. I feel like it was like he saw something and he's gonna make some money off of it. I don't feel like it was like some intricate. He's trying to do something with it. Like,
I see. He wasn't trying. Like,
he has Tesla. Like, he's not worried about. Yeah,
he's not trying to do it for some like big social cause in your mind. Like, it's just more of like a financial. I think
people are on Twitter.
Yeah,
He's gonna make money off Twitter. So
exactly.
Ads, everything like that goes into it. He gets paid.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of an interesting thing about Twitter, though, is I think he's actually. I mean, we'll see if it actually happens, but I think he's actually suggested that they're going to take off ads.
Beautiful. He should buy Facebook too. Man, I'm trying to watch some videos, man, and it's like 15 seconds. Like, all this time is adding up, man. Yeah, no, I think I saw something where it said that like he tried to buy partial or something like that. I think he tried to buy partial of Twitter, like a share. Then they
so they denied him.
They didn't deny him. They just said that he wouldn't be able to tell them what to do. He would just make some money off of it. So I think that he went and bought the whole thing for, what was it, 47 billion?
44 billion.
Yeah.
So essentially, from my understanding, what's happened is he initially bought part of the company, and then I think it didn't come through, and then at the very last minute, he made them offer 44 billion, and they took it. The speculation is that Twitter's because he announced the sale like days before Twitter's annual reportings were going to come through. Mm-hmm. So the speculation is that he called their bluff essentially. He's like, your company's not worth as much as you're saying it is. I'll give you this amount of money, and they took it.
Power move.
Exactly.
You calling people's bluffs and stuff with 44 billion. Like, that's like a power move, man. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is interesting though. Trump's already back on. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's great. Beautiful. Man.
Yeah, I touch myself to Trump's tweets. No, I'm kidding. No, I do think it's funny seeing people flip the fuck out over it.
Donnie Trump.
Yeah, good old Donnie.
He fucking I don't know how anybody takes him seriously, man. I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't take him seriously, man.
Well, yeah, and especially at this stage of the game, because I can imagine people are going to hate me for saying this, but back in 2016, when I was young and dumb, I actually did vote for Donald Trump.
Did you?
The first time. Yeah. Not the second time, because, honestly, I regretted it probably within, like, the first week of him being in office.
He definitely came out the gate on fire. He was like, I'm going to say a lot of shit now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't even that. Like, I feel like a lot of the stuff that he said he was going to do, he just did. I mean, he did the same thing as every president. Like, he just didn't come through.
Yeah, no, I don't. I personally don't vote. Because I just like... They're like, and then you got the people who's like, well, if you want to change, you got to vote for. No, like,
nah.
The change is the fact that every single president you vote for is gonna say some shit, and then it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I am libertarian.
Okay.
So I mean, because I don't support the binary Republican Democrat. I just think it's very limiting.
You're not a
binary
donkey or an elephant.
No,
I never even looked into that. I don't know.
No, I'm the hippie in the corner smoking a joint, holding up his middle finger.
I'm probably just drunk somewhere, man. Honestly, I mean, you talked about like anxiety at shows and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Like I get anxiety in public, man, and like at shows, man, I'm drinking like. Not a lot. Like, I'm not, like, abusing alcohol, but, like, I get, like, a few Coronas in me, man, and I'm, like, buzzing. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm cool now.
Yeah, I have that problem like in any social environment.
Mm-hmm.
I was at my sister's like wedding reception like a month ago,
Yeah.
and I got way too shit faced at that fucking thing because it was just like there
You're
was
just sitting there.
yeah, well, it was like an event where like I basically everyone I had ever known in my life was there at this one
You're
night.
really okay.
Yeah, and so that was a lot to handle itself, and I hadn't seen these people, since pre-COVID. A lot of them.
I hate those conversations, man.
Yeah,
I don't like catching people up on my life. I really don't.
Yeah, I really.
I haven't
don't
talked to you in a while, man, and then like you come at like a family event like that, like that's when I get like real like awkward. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking go over everything that happened, man, because some of it was bad, and I really don't want to relive that right now.
Right?
With like a second aunt or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 85% of my life I can't talk to my relatives about.
no,
Like, hey, I do a podcast that you don't want to listen to. I do music that you don't want to listen to.
man, yeah.
At all, man.
I was actually surprised at some of my family that actually listens to my music, because like my grandma, for instance, on my mom's side, she's like heavy church goer, stuff like that, and like I cuss. I feel like I get like my point across when I'm cussing.
Yeah.
So like obviously like I'm saying the N word and stuff like that, but it's like she like will recite some stuff to me. She like actually like not the cuss words, but like she'll blank it out. But like she listened to it. I don't have censor versions, so I appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Damn.
But some of them are just like they avoid it. You can tell they avoid it. They don't talk to me about music.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my music is very critical of religion and
Oh no, you
politics and
definitely
stuff.
you push the envelope with your stuff. You talk. Bro, I'm like a student to like the local scene, man. I listen to a lot of people. A lot of people I haven't even talked to. Like they wouldn't even know that I'd be listening to their music. But if you post something and I saw it and I don't even talk to you, like I'll click it or whatever and check it out. But
Well,
yeah, no, I check out people, man.
that's really cool and humbling about you too. Is like I don't think a lot of people do that. Frankly, like a lot of people that come on the show,
I don't know how you think you're gonna. Like I don't know, man. You build those relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Then once you build those relationships, then people are like, "Oh, okay. Well, now you have a show coming up. I'm gonna come to your show." That's another extra body just from you being genuine and just easily listening to a song when you're going to be listening to some other song. Like and this is local, this is somebody around you. So it's like, then they'll be like, oh yeah, well now he has merch out. Now he has blah, blah, blah. So you're catching support by being supportive. That is going to grow you. Like, that's going to grow you, man. I don't know why people are so, like, to themselves. It's like, I get like anxiety and like that type of stuff, but like thinking like I'm better than everybody, and then you decide to push everybody away from you, and I'm gonna do it by myself. And I mean, all luck to you, man. I hope that you get somewhere with that, but I don't see it, man.
Yeah.
I've seen growth from being supportive. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it's like I said before. I think there are people that out here that are really egotistical, and they think that what they're doing is the best. And it is, like I said, it's really humbling and it's also really smart to be listening to local people and like getting a sense of what the scene is like. Because if you want to really succeed in a scene, you have to understand what you're going into. You can't go into a scene having your own completely different style and just like expect people to latch onto it. And like, going back to like the people with anxiety, like, like in that, if you are like a really anxious person, like you're probably not going to be the best. I mean, that's just how it comes down to it. Like, yes, there are people who, are anxious people, but they're still confident about their music. Like if somebody, like, I think it's really insane for people to go into a scene and be like, hey, I'm so anxious and like I can't do all these things, but I'm also the best artist. Like it's not reality. Like my personal struggle with like being able to do live shows and that, like I wouldn't go in saying that I'm the best, because that's insane,
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't even I feel like you have to get to a certain level before you say I'm the best at something. Like even locally, like I never have once said I'm the best locally. I don't do that. We don't. No. I'm confident in my craft, and I love what I do, and I love my music. I'm cool with my music, man. And then I let other people talk how they want to talk or whatever. Like, but like Des Moines has honestly been like real positive about it. So I don't run into those people who are like,
that's good.
I'm gonna do it by myself.
Yeah,
like.
Well, and it's constantly changing too. I mean, I think even in the span that we've done the podcast, the scene has grown and changed so much. It's gone through so many different, people are starting to come together. Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Well, and your album is like I said, it's a big testament to that.
No, I appreciate that. Man. That I wanted to get that out, and like I had just been around those people, man, and I was just like, all right, let me. Like I had the because Doozy means rarity of its kind. That's
Doozy actually means that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the definition of it. So originally my name Doozy, but then like for like because there's like a couple of bands and shit named Doozy, so I'm like Rare Doozy. Okay, so Rare Doozy. There's nobody named Rare Doozy besides me. So and I looked it up and stuff like that, but yeah, so it means rarity of its kind. So then name the album that. And then, I don't know, that just all wrapped, the name just pushed a good concept out. I don't know, I feel like it just started growing and like snowballing into some good stuff. And then, I mean, like I said, everybody else on the album, they came through and did what they were supposed to do. And I feel like they made those songs that they were on sound just better than I would have been able to do by myself. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, and like you could very distinctly tell who, I mean, I guess maybe you have to be a little knowledgeable in the scene, but like if you are, I mean, you can very distinctly tell who is who. And you can tell that like the style of the song was influenced by that as well.
Yeah, we're all different people and different artists. That's the crazy part. Like me to Kyler Tobias, me to Loco Buki, Dirt Lord, T.O.T. T.O.T. I've actually known since 9th grade. Like we started rapping in 9th grade, and it was bad. But back then, it was bad. It did not sound good. But you got to push out the bad stuff to get to the good stuff, man.
Exactly. Everyone starts out bad.
That's it.
Every single one. Kendrick Lamar started out bad.
Nobody just comes out killing it. I promise.
No, I think it's more so a question of when. Because I mean, I think the people who are truly great at something, it's because they start when they're that high. Itty bitty.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think I said in the last interview that I started in like middle school. And that's when I actually started writing like raps.
Damn.
In middle school, and then but it was pretty much trash through like I don't even know how long, man. It was some years, and then it was trash, and then I don't know when it spun around and like I made some decent songs and it started sounding. I think it was when I started being like, I think when I first started writing and stuff, like I was just rapping random, like just shit that I thought sounded cool a lot. Like it was just like, oh well, this rhyme scheme, and if I'm like, it was like a Slim Shady type. Like it was like I'm just trying to stretch out this rhyme scheme and like, but it just started sounding bad, man. And then once I started like making songs like Dreams and Don't Know and like stuff about my actual life, people were like, okay,
yeah. Well, so like kind of like imitating in a way, just to kind of like find your.
And I think everybody does that. They imitate their idols.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson used to. I don't remember what the author he was. It might have been Ernest Hemingway. He used to. Hunter S. Thompson's a journalist. He used to like retype other people's stuff, like just to like get like a flow of his own. Like that's how he started.
Like the writing style.
Yeah, exactly. Like he would just like take a book and he would just literally copy it.
That's work.
That was like, yeah, exactly. Well, and like when you're doing it, it sounds insane, but that's the kind of shit that really pays off.
Then you retain the information, man, and that's how you start. It's like you're taking originally this little pod, which is like your main people who you looked up to, right? As far as I'm talking about music.
Yeah.
These people you looked up to, and then slowly, like, you start pushing other stuff into this ball, and then there's parts of you, that life that happens, and it all. And now this big ball. Now that just at the center, there's your idols, but like everything built around that is you, man. That's just the crazy part. Is like, so that means like the vast majority is you, but like you came from there, but now you built your own, style or, your way of doing it. Just off of that little stuff, man. that's how I look at it. I'm always paying respect to the people who I grew up listening to. So, yeah, they made me how I rap today and how I do things today, man. I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah. Who are some of the people that like you grew up listening to, they pull influence from?
Obviously, it's gonna sound basic because everybody names people like this, but like originally, like when I was a kid, like my dad and uncles and stuff, like they used to make music, but they were like listen. So like I used to listen to like some of their stuff, but
what kind of music?
It was rap.
It was rap. Okay.
Rap music.
Cool. That's tight.
They're from Southside Chicago, so they were doing like the fast rap.
Ooh.
Like when Twista was out and all that, like they were doing like I call them the like the Chicago Bone Thugs. Like that's how they rapped. But like I listen to Pac, DMX, Biggie, obviously, and like that's like the older people and stuff like that. And then I also like started growing up and I started listening to like Hobson, what's it called? I forget his name. I don't know. Now I forget his name.
Must not have been that great.
No, yeah, he wasn't. No, he was horrible. No, I was kidding. No, but yeah, like Hobson, Dizzy Wright.
Fuck yeah.
I opened for Dizzy Wright this month.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of probably just rushed that topic, but yeah, no, pretty much just Funk Volume. I was listening to Eminem and Yellow Wolf, Ritz, Tech Nine, people like that. Like I just liked like. And then, like, once I started thinking about, like, labels and stuff like that, like, I thought it was cool that M made shady records. I thought it was cool that Tech Nine had strange music. Like, I just liked that they were running this whole thing and they had a bunch of people that were just nasty at what they do. So, yeah, those are some of the people I look up to. There's a longer list, but we don't have that much time for that many names.
That's awesome, man. And like we keep talking about, I think when you look up to artists that do that, like do their kind of their own thing. Like Dre is a good example, like constantly innovating and making his own shit.
Kanye,
yeah,
Kanye fan. I'm a big Kanye fan, man.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, not to deviate, but what do you think about this whole everything with Kim and?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And this is where I probably get canceled. No,
you are in the McAllister Hour, so it's a perfect place to do it.
Perfect place. Man. I agree 100% with Kanye.
Damn,
I'm all for Kanye, man. I feel like
even all like the doxing and like harassment type stuff.
Have you seen how the Kardashians act?
Well, yeah,
that would drive me fucking crazy. Like... That would drive me fucking crazy, man. I'd be like, fuck you too. I'd be like, fuck you, fuck Pete. And I think Pete's funny. I do think Pete's funny, but fuck Pete as a human, okay? Because Pete's like sending like pictures of him in Kim's bed to Kanye. Like, fuck you.
Damn.
I'm a Kanye fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Kanye fan, man. Man, no. Kanye made College Dropout, man. He's cleansed himself of everything that happens after that. Yeah. No, I was kidding. But no, for that specific thing, man. And then I don't know if you've heard like the Kardashians' tones and shit. That'll get you annoying. How they talk.
Oh, like how? Yeah,
it's like
just how they talk. Yeah,
it's like real fucking like plain. It's so irritating, bro. It's like fucking mayonnaise. It's like just they have mayonnaise tones. It's just nasty, bro. I see where people are looking at like what's happening, but they don't think like what happened before that.
Yeah,
and how like Kim went and sent Kanye the address to his kid's birthday and shit like that when they're having a birthday party for it.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I'd have flipped out. Yeah, no, I'd have been the same way, man. I don't know if you believe in like what's it called, like zodiacs and shit like that.
No.
Yeah, you don't. Okay, I'm a Gemini and I relate to Kanye because he's a Gemini. Cool, I get it. I fully understand, man.
Yeah. Well, I and you probably disagree with this, but like personally, I mean, and Kanye is a great artist. Like as a rapper, he's fantastic. But I mean, personally, I think they're all three just really shitty people. So
Kanye, Kim, and
all
Pete?
of them. Yeah.
Just all, yeah.
I don't really like sympathize with any of them. But.
I do agree with like when people get like that high, they start acting a certain way.
Oh,
arrogance and like just.
Well, Kanye was literally calling himself God for a minute.
He was.
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Yeah, man. And I'm not sure if he was like going off of like actual God or like just God of what he's doing. Which I don't know. I don't even know if that's like bad either way you do it. I don't know, but It's like M doing Rap God, I think. Like, that's how I thought about it. But, I mean, his shoes look stupid. I support Ye, but, like, when shoes, like, come on.
Those are his divorce shoes.
Bro, I feel like those, like, sandals with the holes all in them and, like the fucking boots. I feel like that was just, like, I feel like it looks like troll shoes. Like, he's trolling. Like, he's like, rich people are going to buy these because they're name brand. That's what it looked like. Like,
honestly,
no logical person's buying those. No one's buying those. I'm not. I wouldn't buy those if I had the money to buy them. Fucking $1,500 sandals. I'll buy a Honda. I will buy a Honda, man.
Did you vote for Kanye?
No, I don't think he should be the president. I don't think he should be the president. I think it's gonna be like a. I honestly think he's gonna have like a lot of the same viewpoints as Trump.
Yeah.
He was definitely like wearing the Trump hat and shit like that. I feel like he's gonna have the same viewpoints.
Yeah.
Just because it's, I mean, I feel like the black community, we still think of Kanye like college dropout, graduation, old school Kanye, but. Like, I mean, you have to expect somebody to evolve, and he's evolved into different thoughts now. But that's why some people were like, "Yeah, vote Kanye." But Kanye is not the same Kanye, bro. He's not gonna.
No.
If you're looking for fucking whatever you're like reparations or whatever you're looking for, Kanye's not gonna get those for you. I promise you. Kanye is worried about getting rich, getting more rich. He's like a 10 billionaire. Like it's like 10, like he has like worth 10 billion or something.
Yeah, some ridiculous.
Yeah, he's not worried about it. I still support Kanye, like as far as like certain shit, but yeah, no, not the shoes, not the presidency.
Yeah, well, kind of speaking of like
Trump shouldn't have been a president. He was just like not built to be like people don't understand. You got to be like I don't know, man. I feel like we nominate like old people to be president.
Yeah,
for young people who are getting like what. Make the president like fucking 40.
Yeah,
40 is cool. Like,
well, that's kind of the problem though. Is like the people that are in power aren't young; they're old.
No, yeah.
You know?
So they want somebody fucking.
They want somebody to represent their ideas.
Old leather skin.
Might have a little bit of that.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I think I might have. I think I might put a little too much syrup in it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you.
That first one was fine, but then it was like a little bitter. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I feel like. I mean, like, at a certain point, bro, old people die. So, but hopefully their kids don't take over and it's like a whole fucking, like, cult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're raising their kids to assume the position of the government.
Yeah. Well, that's almost kind of
people think of government like the people you see on TV. I'm like, that's not the government, bro. The government are like old dudes who sit in like a fucking mansion and decide move us like a chessboard, bro.
The global elite.
Yeah, bro, Rasmussen's, all them, or not Rasmussen's, the
Rothschilds.
Rothschilds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lolo's favorite. That motherfucker he talking.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
He talks about the Jews every fucking time he
Jews.
Lolo, every time he comes on the podcast, he starts ranting about the Jews. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, people can look at it how you want, man. You can be like, no, the government's the fucking people you see like the Senate, voting for shit on TV and whatever. But like, no, bro, I'm telling you, it's not. They're not going to show themselves like that.
No. Well, and that's kind of like the hopeful thing, though. Like seeing that kind of establishment, like literally,
it's just like
it's older and older. Like, yeah, but like it's almost kind of hopeful in a way. Like, I think because like our younger people, our generations were more awakened to that kind of bullshit than previous generations. I think that's why you see less younger people going on that train. They're kind of doing their own thing. The
younger people nowadays are not afraid to challenge shit that was established previously. Like I said, religion, same difference. A lot more people nowadays are like, I'm not going to fucking church every Sunday. I can't believe this, I can't believe that. I'm one of them. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's just the same thing, bro. But like people who are religious, I don't criticize you. Religious, bro. You want something to have faith in, bro. You want you want to think like, man, after I pass, I'm going to a good place. Like, and I get that. I understand.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of like it's like I think religion's like lottery. It's the same difference, bro. Everybody's hoping their ticket's the right ticket. There's different styles of tickets, bro.
That's good.
But at the end of the day, man, one person's gonna be right.
You all lose though.
Nobody wins.
No, and this, this is coming from me as an atheist. Like, I always say, like, Christians say hate the sin, not the sinner. I always say, hate the belief, not the believer. I have a lot more objection towards like churches and institutions that run religion than someone who is just a religious person.
They don't pay taxes. Taxes or churches don't pay taxes, bro. That's something that needs to be talked about.
Yeah,
that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, as a libertarian, I'm not a fan of taxes, but I will say there is a lot of bias in the fact that they don't get to.
I get taxes, bro, but at a certain point, you start thinking like, this many taxes out of everybody, man.
No,
that's what we need to run everything.
No, well, and that was the really fucky thing about the stimulus checks is like, you want to give motherfuckers a real stimulus check? How about no taxes this year? If you're really trying to help people, hey, money. You don't have to, like...
We're not pulling from taxes.
Exactly. Like, we already have billions of dollars in the bank. Like we do not need people to pay the 25% that is coming out of all this shit.
That's beautiful. That would have been cool. I'd have been cool with that.
That would have actually helped people.
I still use the stimuluses. You're going to give me something, bro. I'm going to take it.
Yeah. Well, the sad thing about
my bank account, well, I'm supposed to just send it back.
Yeah. Well, that's the sad thing about the stimuluses is like, eventually we're all going to have to pay like 5 times what we got, in taxes.
Spend it now.
Well, dude, I mean,
invest in the stocks or something. I don't fucking know what to tell you, man. I already spent mine.
Well, that's what I did. A lot of the stimulus like went into the podcast. Yeah, honestly, like because
I built a studio out of it.
Yeah. Oh, for real? God damn, bro. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that was, that's at least what they sold it to us as being is like a stimulus check is meant to stimulate the economy. Yeah, in other words, like use that money while it still has value and put it into something that has value versus like letting it sit and then eventually it's not going to have any value. Right. And then be like, oh shit, be like, it's like Bitcoin now versus what it was a year ago. It's like, fuck, it's not worth it.
You were supposed to get a return. I think, and I think I have that problem too, bro. I get like the stimulus, for instance. If you get a lump sum of money, you should really invest into something that has a good return. Yeah. I mean, music technically has a return. It's just a longer return. Because, I don't know. As far as, if you're making money off of shows, then you're good. You're okay, man, because you recorded music, you spent money on software, whatever, and equipment. But, yeah, if you just, took your fucking money and just, I don't even know, went on a vacation, I don't feel like that's not you don't get a return off of that. Yeah. A big enough return. You'll get a little bit of happiness, but then you come back.
Yeah, I find vacation stressful. I think the best vacation is sitting on your ass for a week and doing nothing.
Bro, and I'm big on that too, man. I'm like, don't get me wrong, every once in a while, I'm talking maybe once every 2 years. Yeah. We'll go out of state on vacation. That's when I'm not doing nothing. But I'm constantly I do shows out of town and stuff. So I soak that up. I'm like, ooh, I've never been here.
That's
let me see some new. Let me eat something new. There's just a little satisfactions that I get out of it, man. It's, but yeah, as far as every year, bro, you're going on a cruise. Why?
I can't understand.
You done already seen the ocean now. 3 times. You're paying for the same cruise over and over again.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No, but my mom wants me to go with with the family, and I'm like.
I can't be on a shaky boat like that. That would ruin it for me.
Bro, I got a 4-year-old from my girl her previous relationship is my son. Okay. And then I got a about to be 9-month-old daughter.
Oh, okay. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to bring kids on the cruise.
Bunch of crazy drunk people.
I'm I love my kids, bro, but it's fuck them kids as far as vacation, bro. As far as vacation, you can't. There's no way you're having fun, bro.
Yeah, it's their vacation at that point.
Bro, yeah, we can go to the fucking swimming pool for kids and stuff like that. You don't go on a cruise with kids.
Yeah, my parents, it was different, though. For my parents, it was their vacation. Fuck you, kids. We're doing what we
want. My mom, too. My mom left us at home and went on cruise. So I I think it's super weird that she's suggesting I bring my kids. She's suggesting I bring my kids, but she left us, so that don't make no sense to me.
She's older, so she has a change of heart.
I don't know. She's thinking about grandkids now, and now she has the McDonald's money and all that other shit. That's how parents are, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit, but Bill Cosby had a really good bit about like.
I'd get canceled real quick if I said, "Go Bill." No.
Hey, you know what? I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't horrible.
Oh, come on. I mean, who hasn't put a little something in a drink? Come on.
Come on, man. I do it to myself.
We're fucking roofied right now.
Bro. No.
But he did have a good bit about like how like parents are like fucking awful to their kids, and then when they're older they like are trying to make up, they're like trying to rub it in their kids' face further by like being super nice to their kid, and then the parents just like, fuck you, like you're such an asshole.
Bro, and I just saw a post about something like that. It was like parents like you like are doing something, like you do dishes or some shit, you're doing your chores, and the parents never want to say thank you. They're like, I'm not gonna say thank you for you doing something you're supposed to do. But then they want like Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts. Like, you're supposed to do that. My mom's calling right now.
Should we
you want me to put her on?
Sure, let's do it.
Hey, Mom.
Did you do your podcast?
I'm in the middle of it right now. You're on the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were just talking about you.
Oh, shit. You're talking about how I wrote the checks to the pizza, for the pizza and shit?
No.
Their laundering business.
You can't be telling people that on the radio and shit because the police.
No, I'm not gonna tell people that. You're
this podcast is uncensored, everybody.
No, you're definitely
you're screwed.
Getting yourself arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're already filing a
I'm
police
an honest
report.
person, it's okay. If they want to go back to Lincoln, Nebraska back in, 2006, we can do that.
Yeah, when you were writing bounce checks.
Yeah, it was like Valentino's Pizza, Little Caesars, whatever to feed
Write
my
bounce
kids.
checks to feed kids.
Miss Doozy, I want to say your son is very talented.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's a very talented
It
individual.
came from my vagina.
Well, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad it didn't happen another way.
Out of the
He's a good
ass.
kid. All right, D. Well, I'll talk to you later, Doozy.
I'll call you after.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Yeah, my mom's not censored either. She has no filter.
That's fucking awesome, man.
That's where I get my humor from. That was spontaneous. I like that.
Yeah, that was great. That was
Random
great.
call in the middle of the parent. She felt it. She felt an energy. I was shit talking.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever let that happen on the podcast before.
What? A phone call?
Like a phone call. Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah.
I listened to a podcast the other night where they did like one of the guys was on the phone and like you couldn't even tell. That is like the beauty about podcasting is you could really like do like a whole.
I don't ever want to answer the phone. That's why I asked you. You want me to? I would have ignored it. No, yeah, I believe in like we're here.
Yeah,
We were talking about my mom, so I was just like, it's a good little add-on.
Yeah. No, I do appreciate that, man. I felt really bad. There was this the governor libertarian candidate, actually Rick Stewart. He was on the podcast like 3-4 episodes ago, but like his phone was just kind of like going off, and like I don't know, like sometimes I don't have the heart, like I didn't have the heart to tell him either, because like I don't know. Like he's an older guy, so I didn't know if he would be like, if that would be like a whole like thing, like, oh, how do I,
No, it's fine. We'll throw the phone. We'll get it out of here, man. It's fine. No phone.
I had a motherfucker come in here one time with a laptop. He like had his laptop out.
Are you doing a podcast
Yeah,
too?
right.
2 podcasts in one.
He's recording the episode for himself. He's gonna leak it
Like, I know
early.
you're not gonna post this for a week. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, man.
I've kind of going back to like old politicians and such. Do you think Biden's gonna make it to 2024?
No.
I don't either.
Like death?
Yeah.
No, he's probably gonna die.
Yeah. How much
He's
longer?
already-
How much longer do you think he has?
A year.
A year? That's even a lot. I
He's
would,
forgetting a lot of shit right now. It might be like 7 months, honestly.
dude. Have you seen the one?
I'm not like wishing death on him, but I'm just
No,
looking at
not
the
at all.
statistics wise.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the clips of him like shaking hands with invisible people and like wandering?
That's what I'm
and-
saying. Like that motherfucker does not know what's happening right now.
Yeah,
That's why I said, we're putting old ass people. Like, come on, bro. Trump too.
Yeah. Well,
Trump's old as hell. He's like 70 something, ain't he?
yeah. I think he's like only like a year shy of Biden.
Yeah.
I mean,
Biden's just like in worse shape.
Yeah, I mean Trump has his cognitive issues definitely, but I think he's clearly more there than Biden at least.
I think we should like only people who are like pre-colonoscopy should be nominated. What is like colonoscopy is like 50. I think that's like when you get your like main one when they're really checking you for like ass cancer and shit like that, bro. I think pre-colonoscopy. That's a good timeline.
Yeah, it would be kind of interesting if they like implemented like because they have a minimum rule. Like, why won't they implement a maximum rule?
Man,
You know, like why do you?
what's the minimum right now?
I think it's 35,
That's never happened.
maybe 35 or 38.
Who's been 35 in a president recently?
Recently, nobody. I think see, Obama was like 50, right?
Yeah, he was older.
Yeah, but I think the last youngest president we had was JFK. He was like 40,
And he
I'm
got
pretty
shot.
Yeah, the last president to go against the CIA, man.
Man, he was trying to. That's the thing. He was trying to help a lot of people. I'll give him that. I'm big on history. I like history class.
Yeah.
So I know like the wars. I'm big on those. I'm big on everything that happened within that, and so I'm just. Yeah, man. JFK, man, not a bad guy.
I think JFK was the last true president. Like he was very libertarian minded. Like he didn't want unlike any other president, he did not want us to be involved overseas. Like he stopped the whole thing in the Bay of Pigs in Cuba. Like he prevented that because he was like, no, we don't want to do that. Like that's none of our business. And it's like I said, like he was the last president to go against the CIA and all these government entities. And it's like they just had
did it.
Exactly. Like, well, they just had they revealed the autopsy with
If I don't make
MLK, right?
Yeah, well, the government, yeah, but
I mean, everybody's known that, but
yeah, I think a lot of the black community knew that. I think we knew that, just like Malcolm X, all of them, man.
Yeah,
Tupac, same difference. It wasn't Biggie, bro. I'm telling you, it wasn't Biggie. It wasn't Puff. It wasn't Suge. It was the government, man.
You think the government killed Tupac?
He was speaking, man.
Damn.
He was doing the same thing that like MLK was doing, but no, more like Malcolm X because he was more like you attack
more
me, I'm
fierce with
attacking
it.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was like the same. He was the rap Malcolm X. Same difference. Biggie, on the other hand, I think he got shot because they thought somebody shot Pac in his camp. So I think because Biggie wasn't really speaking on all that shit. Biggie wasn't a voice like that. He was just like he was a rapper. So I was like, that's just my opinion, man. Everybody can choose what they want. You can pick how you think it played out. Nobody was there, but that's just my theory.
That's interesting. I haven't heard the theory that he was assassinated by the government.
Bro, I mean, Malcolm X was.
Yeah. You think by the government?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The government, but I think the government hired somebody because it was a black dude who shot Malcolm X.
Well,
But I
it
don't
was
think
the-
that he just did. It would be no reason for that dude to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was because he was associated with some. I mean, this is me just watching the movie, so.
The Malcolm X movie.
Yeah, but because he was associated with, if I remember correctly, he was associated with some like religious like type of group, right?
Muslims.
Yeah, I think it was Muslim.
He was Muslim.
Yeah,
and then
that was that was what they
well,
thought.
he
Is
agreed
that,
with the Black Panthers.
Yeah,
And the Black Panthers, government was big on stopping Black Panthers. So I just think,
I see. So you think it's more likely that?
man, I'm telling you, man, it's just weird how it adds up. I don't know. If you just look back at it, man, and how they spoke, and then like all the people who spoke like that, whether it was Malcolm X with aggression or MLK with love. He was more of like a, I just want everybody to be unified, and Malcolm X was more of a, we're gonna be fucking unified or we're gonna fight back. Like that was either way you flipped it, they didn't like that. So I mean, I don't know. I think it was the government, man. We'll never know unless unless somebody admits to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of,
how do you not solve a murder? Like Pac, they still don't know who shot Pac.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't care. You know, I mean,
like you still don't know after this many years.
Yeah, I don't think because he died in L.A., right? Or no, it was Nevada. Wasn't it in Vegas?
It was Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Vegas.
I mean that was what, the early '90s. I don't think they probably cared about black rapper getting shot. They probably didn't look into it too hard.
Man, somebody else got shot around that time, bro. I forgot who it was, but somebody else got shot around that time too. It'll pop up.
Well, Biggie, I mean, both of them got shot within, I think, a year, right? It was like It was
they
like
both
back
got
to
shot
back.
the same way too.
Yeah, in a moving car. Yep.
Like, what do you? I don't know, man.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird. It's a strange thing, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess going back to like the stuff with with the presidents and all, like going against the CIA, like I think that's where I think Trump really failed in that aspect. There's a joke by I can't remember the comedian, but he has this joke where like they take the CIA takes the president to a back room, and then they show a different angle of the JFK assassination, and then the Trump just turns to them, or the president just turns to them and is like, okay, what do you want me to do next?
Bro,
I think that's what happened to Trump. I think Trump had all this talk that he was gonna do all this shit, and then they cut his balls off.
You got the hand up the ass making the mouth talk.
Exactly.
Puppet.
Yeah,
Obama too. I'm not. I just want to make it clear 100%. that I'm not a black activist or nothing like that. I'm just really.
No, you have your opinions.
I feel like I'm morally correct, man. I just feel like I'm morally correct, and like Obama too, man. Obama too. He did not. I don't feel like he controlled anything. He's just a face.
No.
Everybody's a face. Obama brought a face for change. So everybody voted for him twice. Twice.
Yeah, I mean, I think Obama honestly did a lot of fucked up stuff. I mean, Obamacare was a disaster.
You think he decided that though?
Decide what?
You think he picked those things like Obamacare?
I mean, like what do you mean? Do you think he had people that pushed him to do that?
We talked about government.
Yeah.
And how I think the government is. Rothschilds and all them.
Yeah. Like that they had more
control everybody. So like when you say Obama's the face of the movement that they're doing.
Yeah.
So you're gonna call it Obamacare because he's your president.
Yeah.
I don't.
He was the face for sure. Yeah.
I mean, like if somebody's saying like, "Yo, we're gonna get you killed if you don't talk," like we want you to talk. I think it's deep, bro. I really do think it's deep. I don't know, man. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, and there's a lot of valid things, man. A lot of valid things that back up the government running things. It's been talked about forever.
Yeah.
You can go on the internet and type in random shit like CIA agents who like committed suicide and left death notes that was talking about how fucked up the government was. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff, man.
There's a lot of crazy shit. My uncle served in we had him on the podcast like 10 episodes ago or something. And he talked about when he served in overseas during Iraq. And like, I mean, there were, he wasn't like a high ranking military person by any means, but I mean, he even has stuff that he can't talk about, just being in the army, just being whatever he was in the army.
Yeah, man.
They done some stuff, man. They done some shady shit.
That's, bro. And it's like, what is that movie, bro? D-Day, I think it was. Maybe D-Day.
D-Day.
With Tom Hanks.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan?
No. Okay, so then it wasn't D-Day. D-Day is a whole different one. But it's the same. Saving Private Ryan is the same World War II.
Yeah.
With Germany.
Yep.
But, no, but D-Day is when they went onto the beach. They arrived on the beach and there's fighting and shit. But there was a scene on that where they, two American soldiers, these two German soldiers were in a fucking pit, or bunker, whatever you want to call it, like little trench.
Yeah, yeah.
And the American soldiers came above them or whatever, and they put their hands up like this, and then dudes are looking at each other, and they just go bah, 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 shoot both of them. Like, no, you're supposed to capture the surrenderers or whatever. But yeah, they shot them, bro. I feel like a lot of fucked up shit like that happens, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just a testament to humanity too, you know. I think when people are put in positions like that, they get very one-track minded.
Plus, like the German, like you gotta understand, like the drafts are the same, bro. Like it's like when you it's a draft, you gotta send a letter, bro. You gotta go, and like even if you don't believe in the fight,
yeah,
that you have to go. Or if you don't go, which people haven't. Muhammad Ali, for instance, was sent a draft paper and didn't go and went to jail. Was locked up in jail for not going fighting the war.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Which that was a big statement by him.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali's GOAT, man. But he's the GOAT. But it's just man, that's crazy, man. It's like when I saw that scene, like I like think intricately about it like that. I'm like, yeah, they might have not even agreed with the war. That might have been why they surrendered so easy.
Yeah.
Like, why are we fighting for this?
Yeah, well, and people easily forget that. I think people very easily like cast the entirety of Germany under the Nazi regime, and that really wasn't the case. I mean, they lied to a lot of their people about like what they were doing with the Jews. Like you see pictures of like Germans like walking out and seeing the camps and all the bodies, and they're terrified. They're like mortified.
The camps were away from civilization. That's what you don't understand. Like people didn't see that, and like there was a lot of Germans in the camps too for resisting.
Yeah,
or for harboring Jews and gypsies and some black people.
Yep, black people got a lot of black people.
Some there's like French black people and shit like that. Which are still black people, but but France is right there.
They're not real black people.
Yeah, you're not black. The France black. No, I'm just kidding. French fry black. Yeah, bro.
A charred French fry. Bro. The French fry got left in the oven too. bro.
That's it. Oui. Bro. That's just so, yeah.
It's 3:00 in the afternoon,
but that's, bro. That's, but seriously, like there was a lot of Germans in the camps too. And Germans trying to break out Jews. Like, there's a lot of background stories to that shit. And, like, people, like you said, they cast all of Germany as, like, okay, there's, like, a big fucking swastika on you now. Like, no. There's a lot of people trying to help people. And that's why they ended up in the camps.
Yeah. Well, it really comes down to, like, like, going back to government. Like, how easy it is to, like, acquire foot soldiers. And like, not to give them credit, like, and that because that's like a thing that really, kind of irritates me about like the whole like argument for cops. They're like, oh, they're doing good things. They're automatically a good person because they're serving the state. And it's like that's not necessarily the case.
No,
like the Nazis were serving the state too. I mean, they truly believe what they were doing was right.
I just
some of them,
I just listened to one of your older podcasts when you had a cop on.
Oh, yep.
I watched that on TikTok, and I don't hate all cops. I'm not like a you speak for everybody type deal.
Sure.
Then again, when I hear certain shit, like my mind's like, I have opinions. So it's like, No, I heard him talking and he had said something about like you were like, what do you want to say as a cop or something like that? You like, and to the people or something. And he was like, yeah, we're human too. Something like we're human too, and like we're not. What did he say? We're not treated like. He said we're not treated.
People don't think we're human, innocent, or something like that.
Yeah, and I didn't think that was valid. And the only reason I didn't think that was valid was because I feel like if you're not openly taking a stand against like police brutality and stuff like that, you're a part of the problem. You're on like it's like being hush hush on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just like people back when fucking slavery was happening. If you didn't look and go, okay, these are people. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And you were just quiet and moving around. Like, you didn't take a stand, bro. And you're a part of the problem. You're not as big. Like, you didn't own slaves, but you're still not helping the case. You're making it worse because you're not taking a stand against it. So, I don't think a lot of people think cops is not humans. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's like when people do like the Blue Lives Matter and shit like that. It's like blue's not an ethnicity.
Yeah, it's a job.
That's a job. You put on a uniform, and then when you take off that uniform, you're not a cop right now. You're at home chilling with your family. Nobody knows you're a cop.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like you can't take off skin. That's how I feel. So I'm like, no, I don't. That's why I just didn't agree with that part. I do agree that violence isn't okay.
Yeah.
I do agree on that. But that's like a both sides thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something. I don't feel like it's ever gonna. I don't feel like it's ever gonna change. It needs a big change. Like that's why riots and shit like that break out, and like the riots of L.A. and shit like that, bro, was police brutality. Like Rodney King got beat and shit like that, bro. It was like same difference. Like then they're like, you shouldn't be rioting, and so, but like they, like I said before, you don't look at what happened before. Yeah, you always look at, wow, they're rioting.
I think it really comes down to like a misguided view on like thinking that like, well, I think the thinking is like, well, there's some flaws in the system, but overall it's still good.
Yeah,
and I don't agree with that.
Like, look at the flaws. Look at the flaws. That's what you need to look at, and what these flaws lead to.
Yeah.
Like, a flaw is like, I don't even fucking know. You have a cop drinking on a job. That's a flaw. If he's not doing anything but he's drinking, you shouldn't be drinking. That's a flaw. But like taking lives and like, I don't know, shooting people because their tail light was out and shit like random shit like that, bro, is like, okay, that's not a flaw, bro. That's like a big issue, bro. That's like, I don't know. I just feel, I think I'm the type of person who's like, when it's logic, like I feel like everybody else should see that that's logic. And then when people don't see it's logic, now I feel like you're not a smart person. I don't know. That's how my brain just tears apart. It like
no. I hear what you're saying. And you know, like listening back on that interview, I definitely don't agree with everything he said either.
You don't. But nobody agrees with everybody.
Exactly. Well, and that's kind of like the thing about this show. I'm kind of self-critical about this. I think maybe a little too much, but like, I do really try to like give people a platform and give them the chance to speak. And, you know, especially like with somebody like my uncle, I don't necessarily want to be there like combating him the whole time.
No, right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I do agree that like, I do think like a lot of the things that police do are things that shouldn't be legal in the first place.
I think it's cool that people come up and speak their opinion.
Yeah.
I do think that's brave. Same thing with music. You go on stage, that's brave. You're sharing your art, you're sharing your opinion, you're sharing whatever. But, I mean, opinions aren't facts.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Facts are facts, and statistics are statistics, and like everything else like that.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of a scary time we live in now, though. How like the line between fact and fiction seems to be blurring a little bit. You know, it really is like on these days and age of the internet and information. It's kind of hard to like figure out what is legitimate information and what's not.
Yeah. No, definitely, and media is just social media. Pretty much. That's the main media. Like, who do you know really fucking watches Fox News? Like, who do you personally know who turns on Fox News? Who's not in their 80s?
Yeah, right.
Or even KCCI. Like, if I see KCCI, it's because I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah. I think my girlfriend's dad still watches CNN, sadly. Which is, I mean, he's part of he's one of the last standing. He's
fighting the good fight, man.
Dude, did you hear about CNN Plus?
Well, like a channel thing?
Yeah, well,
TV?
Yeah, so CNN, because they're doing horribly. Like this last year, they've just been tanking. So their solution,
social media.
Yeah, exactly. So their solution was to take content that nobody wants to watch and make it exclusive, so you have to pay for it. And I don't know officially what the state of it is, but it's not doing well.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah, exactly. So
Disney Plus, CNN Plus. Like, come on, what's your pick, man? Do I want to watch these fucking? I don't even know, like this fucking war in Pakistan.
Yeah,
and fucking that probably we fucking went over there and antagonized. Honestly, I don't. Bro, I used to hate watching CNN in school when they used to bring it up on the projector and shit. Bro, I used to be so irritated. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro.
The Clinton News
What's
Network.
that girl's name on CNN? I don't like her face or her voice or what she says. It's the blonde chick, you know.
I don't know.
Fucking bob cut, whatever it's called. No, it's the main girl, like one of the main people on CNN, bro. She's just irritating.
The only people from CNN I know are Don Lemon and Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter's a weird fucking guy. He's just got like a weird like. So the vaccines are blah blah blah. You know? He just has a weird mannerism.
Just sometimes, man, some people just have like a way they just move and just how they carry themselves. Like I'm just like, ugh, yuck.
Yeah, you gotta be a little suspicious,
bro. You know? Yeah, like what? Who is this person?
Yeah. That is kind of one of the exciting things about the internet, and you might disagree with me on this, but like I think like I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that we're seeing like things like CNN and Fox News like doing worse. I think they're, you know, despite there possibly being more misinformation, I do think it's good to like have more of an open discussion platform kind of format, you know, like because there's something limiting about like just having a standard message, like this is how it is, this is the, and then like, you know, and which is fine, but like if you don't allow any kind of discourse, it kind of decreases the validity. You know, going back to Elon Musk, like, you know, yes, I think a lot of it is capital gain, but I do think that there's like this autistic part of him that's like, hey, like this isn't the way it's supposed to be. And like I do think in a sense he does kind of want to change some of the extremism and the bias. Like he does want like more openness.
Yeah, no,
whether or not
I agree with it's good that Fox and like CNN are going down.
Yeah,
I agree with that because it's like, I mean, if you think about it like this, right? Fox News in general, a lot is fake as fuck. Okay, I just feel like it's fake as fuck, bro. Like, if somebody is getting all their information from Fox, like that's where you go watch that every morning, every night before you go to bed, and that's how you're giving or like gaining your opinions and stuff on things. You're living in a whole different fucking world than what's happening. Like,
you're living in hell,
bro. You're
literal hell.
Like you're like a crazy fucking person in your underwear yelling in the front yard. Like you're like and probably stocking up on ammunition and shit. Like you're probably fucking, bro. I'm telling you, man, because
you're just cleaning out your eight.
That's all those main news channels do, bro. Is they make you think that, bro, the fucking world, like the world is crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like there's a lot of crazy shit happening. Like, but like as far as like, oh, like we're about to get fucking invaded right now. Like we're not gonna get invaded right now. I promise you, we're not. I promise you. And like, don't know if you've seen any of the other fucking wars that have happened, but technically we won them. Just to be honest with you, we did win them. So people are a little bit hesitant on invading us right now. I'm just gonna let you know. Don't get me wrong. There's people who will destroy us, and you need to think about that because China will definitely wreck us. China will fucking do it to us, and Russia probably would help. I'm not gonna lie to you. Trump's not in office no more. He doesn't have his buddy with him. He doesn't have the buddy system no more, or whatever the fuck that was. It was like I don't even get that. That shit was weird. Trump gets in office, he's like, you don't think that's weird? Like when Trump gets in office, like now that's his friend.
Well, I don't know if that was really. I think he was trying to. I mean, I'm not saying anything. It's definitely possible that Trump and Putin were friends. I'm not putting that past them, but I do think that it was more so to like. I think, and with Kim Jong-un too. I think he was trying to ease the tension. I think he was trying to prevent nuclear war.
Kim Jong-un is a fucking demon.
Yeah, he's nuts.
He's a fucking demon.
He's crazy. Yeah, but it is interesting though. Like when you look at like the potential of invasion, it's really not like it's not really like an on-land attack like what people think. In the day and the age of the internet, people don't even need to do that to invade us. All they need to do is invade our minds, and that's what they're doing. I mean, I think when you have like China, and, Russia to an extent, like having misinformation in social media, like that is going to be more effective than like going on land and like doing it old 1950s style with guns or whatever. Yeah, sure, you could nuke the fuck out of us, but like that ends bad. That ends badly every time.
It's going to be plane attacks.
You think so?
I mean, China, Russia, like there's bodies of water there. They're coming straight with planes, drones.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We have such a good air defense system that they would like. We would see it like as they were starting, because like.
Did you see Elon Musk talking about the drones?
No, I didn't.
He had the interview.
No.
He was like, it's so easy to go make a drone right now. He's like, I can make a drone that has facial recognition, same shit that's in your phone, have it recognize somebody, let it float by itself to an address, and as soon as it sees the face, it's gonna blow up. He's like, he's like, it's not expensive.
Yeah,
but it's Elon Musk talking about not expensive, but fucking 20 grand.
Well, he's probably talking like relative to like the cost of like, you know, hiring somebody to go kill someone. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the thing when you get into like the whole like gun and like bomb argument, is like we're kind of focusing on old technology. Like they were literally, I believe in 10 years we're gonna have technology where there's gonna be a little nanobot with like little C4 plants in it, and it's gonna be able to like you said, like facial recognition, and just like go in somebody's ear and just blow their fucking brain out.
Boom.
Like that's gonna be way easier than like taking a gun and like making noise.
5
and,
to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, bro.
Easily.
It's gonna be way different, man.
The technology's around the corner.
Guns are only gonna help you locally.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anybody in Des Moines getting a nanobot and blowing up. And if they are, then those fucking guys are good.
Kim Reynolds is just stocking up for the next Black Lives Matter protest.
Kim Reynolds is stocking up on liquor. She's stocking up on bottles for when fucking COVID comes back and she wants to send everybody in the house so she can just sit there getting drunk and driving.
Oh, she's gonna be sitting there getting.
If you don't know by now, I don't like Kim Reynolds.
I don't either.
I do not like her, and it's just because of how she is as a human. And she's drinking and driving, but then wants to fucking change drinking laws and like.
Was she actually drinking and driving? Was that a thing that she's been
she got
caught
caught
with?
drinking and driving.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fucking. She was still here, bro.
Fucking bitch.
Bro, and like I said, I don't like dumb people. Like really dumb, like. Just like it doesn't seem like they learned anything in their life. I don't know how she got in the position she was in, honestly.
It got handed to her.
Really?
It was I think it was Branstad got appointed by Trump to be the administrator to China.
And then
he just placed her.
Fuck Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Right. All right. You guys have to deal with this cunt.
Grab the wheel drunk. She's steering Iowa drunk.
Yeah. That was some bullshit during COVID too. It's
Kim's gonna cancel me. She's gonna catch this, bro. Just at her wherever you post this.
I reached out to their office for an interview.
I knew that type of publicity, bro. Kim Reynolds. Let's have a sit down.
You know, I kind of thought about like going to a gun range with like a Kim Reynolds printout and just like doing like
they're gonna call fucking DMPD. They're calling DMPD.
We're gonna have a live podcast.
They got the clown ones at the range, bro. You just grab the clown one. It's the same difference. Same difference. Just write Kim on it.
Yeah,
man.
I can't stand that cunt. But
gotta get an interview with her.
Yeah.
I'm tuning in heavy. I'm sending in questions.
I would press her on pot. For sure, man. Well, and that was the thing that was really hypocritical during COVID. Is like it was legal essentially to have a open container for whatever that 9 to year long stint.
In public.
Yep, in public. You could have it in public. You could have it in your car. You could get pulled over by a cop. Say I'm on the way from a restaurant to my home, and they couldn't do anything.
That's the Kim law, because that's what Kim does every day.
Yeah.
She has open bottles in her car. I went downtown, bro, when they were doing like right after it lifted, right? Mm-hmm. And like I think it was kind of a part of the COVID thing, kind of still, but also they had the downtown gated off, also because some shootings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they had the metal detectors and whatever. But people were walking all through downtown from bar to bar with drinks and shit like that. I'm like, bro, like this shit's weird. It felt weird. I felt weird walking out with a beer. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, I'm not trying to get locked up tonight over some dumb shit. You know?
Yeah. Well, I personally, I'm not someone who even thinks like it's like as long as you're walking and not behind a vehicle, I don't even think that's that bad. But the hypocrisy is marijuana is still legal and you're still throwing people in jail for that. while you're letting people drink and drive. Like, that's extremely hypocritical.
Bro, I don't think anybody who sold weed should be in jail.
No, not at all.
In jail, whatever, bro. And like the open container in public, bro. If you're not like stumbling in the middle of the fucking street and like laying and like pissing everywhere on buildings and doing weird shit, bro, then you should be good, bro. If I'm just walking with a fucking Corona outside, bro, I'm cool.
Well, yeah, and
I don't even get fucked up like that no more. Like that was like old and like. I try not to get fucked up like that unless it's like a special occasion.
Yeah. Well, in reality, if somebody was doing that in public, somebody would probably just fuck them up without like calling the cops. Somebody'd probably go straighten them out. Like, yo, like there are kids here. Like,
I've seen it. I've seen some people get their faces taken from them real quick. Man.
Yeah.
No, I definitely saw. There's actually a guy I didn't know him, but I had a friend who was a girl. And we were hanging out when people used to scoop the loop and stuff like that. So
what is that?
Downtown.
Oh.
Like, they drive their cars and fucking go around, like, Grand.
Oh, I see.
They just go in this little whatever.
Yeah,
they call it scoop the loop.
Yeah,
it's a
I think I've
rectangle. Heard that. Either way. But, we were sitting on 12th Street or whatever by the Iowa University thing. She was talking to this guy who, like, rode a motorcycle or whatever. He just seemed like a douche to me. But he was just around or whatever. I was hanging out with a couple of my friends. And he was actually fake jumping out in front of cars because he was drinking. He was going, who, and they were like slamming on their brakes and stuff. This one guy, he jumps out like this. And the dude like looks over at him. And I'm like, I've been around, like my childhood was a lot of like bad, like violence, bro. So I know when somebody gives a look like I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
So he pulls up down the street, bro. Turns, parks way across this like grass field by the Iowa thing, and I'm watching the whole time. I'm like, damn, like he stopped and he starts walking across this grass field, bro. And it's like, bro, it's like 60 yards or 50 yards, bro, field. And so he's walking, bro. And I look over at the guy and I'm like, he's a douche. I was like, I'm not even gonna give him a warning that he's coming. So I'm looking at him, bro. And he walks over, bro. He comes on the sidewalk and he looks at the dude, and the dude's like this little skinny white dude or whatever. And the dude that came across was a big white dude. Like burly. He was like at least 6'5", bro. He was tall, big. And he shook up with the dude. He's like, hey, what's up, man? And shook up with him, and then out of nowhere, just like, boom. Just boom. And dude's legs kicked up, bro. Dude just walks off. Walks back to his car, bro. And dude gets up and he's like fucking stumbling and shit. And he's like, where do you go? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? No, he got checked real quick. It was just what's up and then his face, man.
Well, fuck, that's Des Moines for you, man. Like Des Moines has
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've seen somebody's legs kick up like that. It was a lot of hand into the face, bro. Like,
ooh. Iowa definitely has this energy where, like, to an extent, you better like keep your shit in check, or like somebody will fuck you up.
It happens, bro. I mean, I don't. Yeah, bro. Some people are just, and you gotta think like some people came from different places.
Yeah.
Not everybody's even from Des Moines. Like
well,
there's a lot of people from Chicago.
Yep. Well, I was just gonna say that.
A lot of my family.
Yeah. A lot of people. I think it was like probably around the same time I moved, like 5-6 years ago. Like there was a huge influx from Chicago because of how cheap it was here. You know?
Plus like Southside has a lot of violence of Chicago. So there's like a lot of shootings and stuff over there. So. And my grandma had just moved here from Chicago, I think a year ago, something like that. Like she didn't even want me to come visit her. She said that the people were gonna think I was Mexican on her street. I got shot.
Shit! Oh shit!
Yeah. Bro, hey,
that's fucked up. Dude.
She's like in one of those neighborhoods where like you wear a white tee when you go there. So just so you're not like into nothing, bro. She was like they're gonna try to shoot you. I was like, all right, man. And don't get me wrong, like I always have protection, but you're not gonna shoot up a whole street, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you're fighting a whole street. I'm not dumb. I'm not a stupid fucking person.
This is in GTA 5.
I know. Like I don't know how many shots you think you're taking, but adrenaline's not that powerful.
Just wear a shirt. I am not Mexican.
I'm not. Bro. Black and white, not Mexican. Bro, that's, yeah. No, I think that's crazy, though. Yeah, that she was like, no, don't come. Don't come hang out here. She's like, you'll be sitting in the house the whole time. Like, I wouldn't even be able to go get, like, fucking food or whatever, bro. Yeah, it's wild. No, it's wild over there, man. I'm not going to lie. Real wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean...
Des Moines getting up there, man.
In terms
Have you
of
been hearing about the shootings?
Oh, shoot. I mean, I haven't heard about it recently. I know they were always rising.
No, there was literally just a shooting. There was a shooting like a week ago or something. I think somebody I think just got stabbed in their stomach in an apartment hallway.
Goddamn.
Yesterday, a dude was driving down Army Post and was trying to hit bikers and cars on Army Post. Yeah, bro, people are getting wild out here, man.
Jesus. You know, though, I think a lot of that's just to be expected with growth of a city. Mm-hmm. You know, I think people like, because my family lives out in like West Des Moines, and there's plenty of crime out there too. But they're always really apprehensive about me, like kind of living like on the south side, like near downtown, because they kind of have that like that judgment about it. But I don't know, like I always kind of view it like with growth of a city comes growth of like the lower income and the crime. Like that's just kind of like a natural thing. So everybody's kind of freaking out about the crime, but they're forgetting the fact that like this place is really growing.
I'm from Southside Des Moines.
Yeah,
so this was where like I was mainly grew up in the Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then I came back to the South Side. So I mean, and I was on the South Side in Lincoln, Nebraska too. Like it was always just the South Side. So and like it was like the same out there as it is here. Like we're like, yeah, you got fucking drugs, you got people shooting, you got all that stuff. So
yeah, it's everywhere.
I don't know. It's probably not okay, but it's kind of normal to me. Like my girl didn't grow up on this. Like she didn't grow up on the South Side or nothing. Like, she didn't grow up around all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she's like, anytime there's a shooting, like she's like, oh my god, somebody just got shot over here, and I'm like,
yeah,
I believe it, man.
Yeah. Well, I think even my views change. Not view, but like I feel like you do kind of like grow a stomach for it.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in small town Iowa.
It's still sad.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, definitely. But like you can't let it phase you like that.
I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Like one time I was driving through downtown and I saw a guy like pass on the sidewalk. I'm pretty sure he was dead. There were people like looking around, oh my god, like calling, and it's like shit, like that's pretty fucked up. But that's just, if you want to live in a city, you gotta get used to that.
Yeah, man.
Like if you're gonna be the person that's gonna see one fucked up thing and you're gonna lose your shit, and be like, I can't like do it, then the city's probably not for you.
The only thing that's not like normal to get used to, like if you ever been shot at?
Shot at? No.
That's you can't get used to that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, that's
not at all, bro. Like, you can get used to like, damn, I saw somebody like get popped or something like that, but like getting shot at, bro, is like not something like you're like,
yeah.
Fuck another Friday. Bro, like, there's no fucking way.
Just on your way to work.
Yeah, you are fucking insane, bro, because that shit's wild. Especially if you hear it.
Yeah.
You hear tink, tink on cars and shit. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we hear gunshots here too every once in a while. And like I always think about that. Yeah, my girl was over here, or she was here alone like a week ago, and she thought she heard some guy like outside like trying to open the door and shit. We had it locked, so it was all good. But yeah, man, like it is kind of freaky. Like I don't want a firearm, but I do kind of think about getting one.
You don't say that on the podcast. I was just about to say that you had guns. I was gonna say it, bro. I was gonna
kidding.
He has them.
I got 3 AR-15s right behind him here.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't come here. No, but I was really about to plug you in. I'm like, yeah, he has. That was a crazy big shotgun you had by the door over there. Man.
Shit.
Especially on the south side, you can't tell people you don't have a gun.
Yeah. We'll let that.
He has kitchen knives.
I don't need a gun. I got a bat.
bat?
No, I don't have a bat.
What do you?
I got my dog, man.
He has pins and shit over here. There's pins.
I stab you. I feel like the Joker.
Bro.
I fucking.
Bro, you're getting stabbed. I think that's worse than shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Stabbed is pretty bad.
Yeah, how it drags out and everything. Yeah. I mean, shooting probably, depending on where you get shot, probably drags
Get
out
a gun.
too, but
Get a gun. Just get a gun. You definitely gotta get a gun now. After you just said that on the podcast. Go get you a shotgun, bro.
all right, by the time this episode airs, we'll have a gun.
Bro,
in
you're
the
gonna
house, so.
just get a shotgun, bro. You can get one for like $250.
Yeah. See, my problem is like I have mental health issues. So like that's always been
you're
kind
concerned about that.
Yeah, so that's always what's made me hesitant about getting a firearm.
No.
Not like I'm not like a suicidal person, but like
You don't want to get low, and then that's an option.
Exactly. Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll get some exploding nanobots, and they'll do the trick.
No, then you get low and you use it on yourself. You recognize your own face.
It's like, are you sure you want to self-destruct? Just fucking kill me now.
You just swallow it.
I'm popping 4 of these babies. Fucking really gonna blow up.
Whoa. The big
4.
ending. Bro.
Shit.
Imagine how confused your neighbors would be. There's
that's-
kids right there. If you did it in here, man, and they see, fuck. That's their whole life ruined, bro. They're never forgetting that.
Well, don't live on the south side.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Talk to your parents. They thought it was a nice neighborhood.
Stop. Get some help.
No, really though.
Rare Doozy. We're about an hour and a half. I think this is a good place to wrap up.
Okay.
What do you want to tell people before we wrap up? Where can people find you?
Oh, okay. Look me up as Rare Doozy anywhere. RARE space Doozy DOOZY. Also, real quick, album Rarity out. I know he said that earlier. Rarity by Rare Doozy.
Check it out.
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora. Go check that out. If you use Pandora. And then I have a tour coming up in August. Pray on the Week tour. It's a week tour. You'll get the pun when you go listen to the album. Yeah, and then I'm working on a mixtape right now, Inner Flame. So, yeah. So shout out all my guys on the album. Shout out everybody supporting me. Keep supporting. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Excuse me. What are some of the places you're going for the tour?
We will be in Wichita, Kansas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Springfield, Missouri, and New Haven, Indiana, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really branching out. I like it, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, shout out to 93 and Alive Records. That's who I'm partnered with.
Ooh, fuck
So
yeah.
that's who's one of the plugs on the tour. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Cool. I'll have to reach out to them, see about getting them on the podcast, because I've seen them collaborate with a couple different people, I think.
What are you doing? We'll talk. Okay. Why am I talking?
We get too comfortable,
Scheduling
man.
stuff on here, yeah.
You forget that there's mics,
talk.
But yeah, we'll put the link in the description. I highly recommend go listen to Rarity by Rare Doozy. Seriously, like probably I'm gonna say it. So far, best album of the year.
I appreciate that.
Fucking
Man, that
fucking
means a lot.
banger from beginning to end. You got the formula down. Keep rocking.
Man, thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll be back in a few days. Stay well till then. Peace.